Just a great start to your day. Hope you're having a great day. Figured I would bring in just a couple basic body weight mobility things that you can do to loosen up your hips. I know you're probably cooped up, sick of being inside, might have a little bit of cabin fever. So let me drop 3 exercises on you. One is known as the 90-90 hip stretch. One will be the pigeon stretch. And then the next one will be a rollover into a V-sit. So the first one, 90-90. The reason we call it 90-90 is we're making 90-degree angles. So you're going to sit with your legs bent at 90 degrees here, feet a little bit outside shoulder width, arms are back, and you're just going to kind of pivot on your heels here and let your knees come down and open. Again, 90-90. This is a great exercise for hip internal and external rotation. So I'll just sit back here, stay tall through my hips, and I'll work towards getting both directly down to the ground. It's about 5 per side, slow and controlled. As you get more advanced, you can start raising up on your hips and going unsupported. So, as an example, I'll roll over here in that 90, back the opposite way. So, 90-90 hip stretch. Make sure I'm not creeping up too close in the video. Again, here, internal, external, pop up in the middle, and just sit in this stretch. Your hips will feel like $1,000,000. And remember, when you open up mobility in the hips, that's what allows you to properly load the tissues around the hips, such as your glutes, can take away a ton of lower back pain. Next one, pigeon stretch. We're going to really hammer, that's going to hit the glute medius right here. And here's the pigeon stretch. You can modify this by putting your leg up on a table, up on your countertop, on a chair, whatever you have in front of you. But for that pigeon stretch, we're going to let the leg come directly in front of you here. We're going to hold the weight directly on your hands, keeping that leg perpendicular to your torso, then dropping down. And here's your pigeon stretch. This one you're going to be very tight on, but if you spend a lot of time normally sitting down behind a desk, increasing your mobility here, hitting this pigeon stretch can be an absolute game changer. So stay tall through your chest. And again, you can try elevating this leg up on a stool or a bench, up on a table, and that can allow you to modify it if you're not as flexible. As you get more advanced, you can drop down and increase that stretch directly. Next, we call this a rollover into a V-sit. So I'm going to be rolling spread eagle right towards you. It's going to be wonderful. No, so here we're going to go just rolling over backwards. I'm going to have to kick this stool out of the way. But as I come forward, a good hamstring stretch and a hip stretch. So I'll roll over, straight back. And as I come forward, I'll split and I'll keep my abs engaged and lean forward. Okay? So I'm going to go forward and then I'll show you each side. So roll over, V-sit. Imagine I do 3 of those. Now I'll do a rollover and I'll show you a hurdle stretch on either side. So roll over, hurdle stretch, roll over, hurdle stretch. The whole thing, if I want to put that rollover set into a complex or into a series, would be roll over, V-sit, roll over, hurdle, roll over, hurdle. All right, so there we have 3 simple stretches with the 90-90, the pigeon, and the rollover into a V-sit, and then we could take that a couple of different directions. But understand that right now when you're not able to get into the gym and do your normal thing, this is a perfect time to be able to hit some different areas you're probably neglecting, such as mobility, stability, overall movement capabilities, conditioning, nutrition. Realize that right now it might be a pain in the ass because you can't do what you really want to do, but it's also the perfect time to leverage this into an opportunity to focus on things that are going to help you more long term. As always, don't focus on what would be perfect, focus on what you can do given the circumstances in front of you. If If you have any questions, obviously I haven't been able to see them because I've got the camera facing me, but drop them in right now and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Raps like a heart attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word. Then act